We interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast.
Boom! Headshot!
Hey, it's Clay. Welcome to another League of Legends video. This time I wanted to do a, not a full why-by, but just a kind of an introductory mechanics video on Lee Sin, the Blind Monk. He is a champion that I've been playing quite a bit recently, and I really enjoy his playstyle. So I wanted to do just kind of an introductory video on his mechanics, just to kind of talk about him and what makes him so special. Just doing it out here with this bot, Xin Zhao, who's pretty much a beast. But bots are fun. You can definitely dump all over them. So anyways, let's get started talking about his abilities and what makes him so special. His passive is Flurry. This is one of his best abilities for jungling. The basic idea here is that you want to chain 2 basic attacks in between all of your basic abilities in order to get maximum attack speed. So if I'm just going to... Xin, just let me be, buddy. Let me be. If I'm just going to auto-attack these guys, you can see I have relatively low attack speed. But if you give... I'm going to hit an auto... Hit a Q there. Let's go ahead. I don't want to die. I'm going to go ahead and do this in the jungle. This Lee is being very annoying. So the basic idea here is that you want to chain together your abilities. This is especially useful if you're in jungling or friend lane, to chain together these abilities to get some attack speed. So if I land a Q, auto, auto, Q, auto, auto, E, auto, auto, E, auto. Don't want to die there, but you kind of get the basic idea. The basic idea is that you want to chain together your abilities in such a way that you get this maximum attack speed. You also gain back a lot of energy, which is very, very important. Any energy-based champion, if you've played one, you will know that it's extremely important for them to utilize this mechanic. Just going to go ahead and get a nice kill there on a Xin Zhao. Get him out of here. But, so yeah, that's kind of his passive. It's a very strong passive, I would say, and it's definitely something you want to take advantage of. So the basic thought there is that you don't necessarily want to spam all of your abilities at once. You know, just kind of Q in, and then W, and then, you know, use them all at once. You want to kind of space it out so you get that maximum attack speed. And if you're auto-attacking a turret, it can often be advantageous to go ahead and use some abilities, even if you're not trying to kill anything, but just use some abilities to just try and get that extra bit of attack speed. So next, let's talk about his QWE. He's a little bit unique in that all of his abilities have a dual function. So they have an initial cast, and then they have a secondary function if the first part of the ability is landed properly. So the first part is of his Q. This is his Sonic Wave. Basically, it is a lined skill shot nuke. He sends it out in line. You can see the range right there. Fairly long-ranged ability, and it scales with attack damage. So it's a fairly slow-moving projectile. You can see I'm using it on one of these creeps here. You can just hit Q. It goes out right there. Then the follow-up is just right there. The follow-up is called Resonating Strike. Basically, Lee Sin will dash to the Q, the target that initially landed. So if I land a Q right there, and then I hit Q again, I dash onto my target. And you see I get the attack speed there on my next 2 auto attacks. So this is a really, really nice multi-purposed ability. You can use it to get through the jungle a little bit quicker by using your Q to get over the wall. You can use it to do all sorts of crazy things, get yourself in and out of combat. Very nice, high damaging ability. One thing about it, too, it has a 0.9 AD scaling ratio, which is quite high on both ends. So you can see so a total of 180% bonus attack damage is very, very nice, very high AD scaling. Gonna get this Xin Zhao off of me right here. Gonna use, let's see here, if we use it, if I throw my Q on him, you can see I'm running away. Can run into it once I got into range, even though I hit it on that minion. So good stuff there from his Q. It's his core ability. It's definitely his main tool of initiation. There's just so many different ways that you can chain it all together. It's just very, very nice. And even in lane, you can definitely use it as as a last hitting tool when you're far away from the minions and you can't quite get into melee range. Just so many different uses, but I would say its best use is initiating your spell combo onto your target. If you can hit your Q, you're going to be in a very strong position. Next is, also another thing that I forgot to mention, last thing about the Q, the follow-up part of it, the Resonating Strike will also deal 8% of missing health. So a lot of times you'll use your Q as a gap closer, but it can also be to your advantage to use it as a finisher. So maybe you would do, like a popular combo would be Q, R, Q. So you Q them, you would ult them away with your R, and then Q to jump back to them and get the missing HP bonus. So just something to keep in mind, that it's not only for initiation, especially the follow-up part. You can definitely save it and use it for more of a finishing tool if you want. Next is his W. This is his Safeguard Iron Will. The first part, Safeguard, it will grant Lee Sin ability to rush to a target. So this minion here, I can rush to it. And it will also give myself and that ally a shield. It also can go onto wards. So in a couple of seconds, I will throw down a ward. Right there, threw down the ward and jump to it. And you can see both myself and the ward have a shield. It's an AP scaling ratio. Very, very strong ability in and of itself. And then the second part of it is his Iron Will. This basically gives him bonus lifesteal and spell vamp. So very, very nice ability. This is one of the nice things about makes Lee Sin such a fantastic jungler. So if I go ahead and ult myself and then hit the next W, you can see I got lifesteal and I'm slowly gaining health back. And I've also got spell vamp. So see, I just got a nice chunk of my health back. Gives Lee Sin great sustain in the jungle or in lane. And it's just a very nice ability. Combined his Q and his W, you can jump in like that and then jump right back out like that. Very, very, very tons of mobility. Just tons and tons of mobility with these two. And learning how to use them properly to get yourself in and out of sticky situations is really nice. A popular combo that I like to use is I'll Q in onto my foe and then hit them a couple times and then W right back out. So even if you're under turret, you can really easily and quickly get a lot of really nice harassment off. Next up is his E ability. This is his Tempest / Cripple. The first part, Tempest, is a AoE. You can see that circle around him. I'm going to use it right here, right there, doing that nice bit of damage. It will also reveal him. It's pretty basic, straightforward ability. AoE damage, pretty high scaling ratio. You can use it right there again. And then the second part, if I hit E again, it's going to slow. So you can see I have slowed both his attack speed and his move speed, which is very, very handy to have. Nice job able to pick up that kill right there. So the first cast deals that it will reveal your enemies and it will also deal damage to them. And then the second part will slow them. So very nice. This is a core part of his damage. So if you're coming in for a gank, the idea is that you will run up to your foe. Let's say it's this minion here. You'll hit him with a Q. You can jump in. You can hit your E and then E again. And then you can get the nice slow off. So a nice bit of crowd control. The attack speed slow, too, is very, very nice. If you think about a lot of attack speed slows in the game, like Nasus's Wither, they're generally considered to be quite overpowered. So this ability is nonetheless in that category. Very nice ability. Also, just kind of a note on itemization. If you get a Tiamat and then a Ravenous Hydra, it synergizes very well with his kit because it will allow you to clear minion waves in a blink of an eye. If you go ahead and run up to the wave and hit E and then hit the active from your Tiamat, so for me I'm going to put that on my hotkey number 3, you can clear a minion wave in an absolute instant. Makes him a strong wave clear, makes him a strong split pusher. It's just a nice ability to have overall. So last is his ultimate. This is his Dragon's Rage, coming up in about 9 seconds. This ability is really, really fun to use. I wish I had a full team lined up here to show you. But basically the idea is that your target, it's in pretty much melee range, but your target will actually, you can see using my E and the active from the team out there to clear this wave almost instantly. But it will send a roundhouse kick, it will knock back your target, and then any other of their enemies, so your opponent's allies that they are kicked into will be knocked up. So a 2-part ability there in that if you kick an enemy, see I'm just going to do a nice Q, and then R, and then Q to jump into him, and then finish off the kill with an E and the act for my Tiamat. So very, very strong ability, I would say, just because of its ability to do so much for your team. The utility of it is very, very useful. The damage of it is very high. It has very high AD scaling. I believe it's a 200% bonus AD scaling, so 2.0 ratio, very, very high. and it's just a lot of fun to use. And if you can get this off in the middle of a team fight, it is absolutely game-changing. So you can use it to kick the enemy AD carry back towards your team. You can use it to kick a tank into the enemy team and knock them all up. There are just so many different uses. But yeah, those are his basic abilities and mechanics. There's a ton of different combos that you can use, more so than I could ever get into. Lee Sin, in my opinion, is of the champion that has the highest skill cap in all of League of Legends. So I definitely do not want to pretend that I know exactly what I'm doing, because I definitely do not. Don't die. Oh, got him. I wanted to use my ultimate one more time. But it's because he has such intricate abilities, and they can be used with so much, in such a great variety of uses. His mobility is great, his utility is great, his damage is great. He's just a fun champion to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, just a basic mechanics overview of Lee Sin. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.